With more on the Trump transition, we're joined by Mark Leibovich, chief national correspondent for the New York Times Magazine and a CBS News contributor. Mark, good morning.
Hi, Anthony.
It just keeps getting more interesting. What do we make of Trump's choices, and what do you think they say about how he intends to govern?
You're bringing me in to talk about darkness. This is what I wake up on a Saturday morning
Just
for.
early morning Satan conversation.
Well, I mean, I think...
And where does Satan fit in?
Where does? We're going to find out. This is sort of it's never a great idea when your introduction to the American public is a big picture of you on TV saying Satan, darkness, this is, what was the third one?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. It's not good. But I think it's probably, the only really organizing principle around all of these first hires is that these are all people that Donald Trump is loyal to or feels like we're loyal to him. So, I guess the easy answer is it's just him wanting to surround himself with people who he's comfortable with or he wants to reward, or maybe the less charitable reading is it's just cronyism. But I think, obviously case by case, it can be a little problematic.
Yeah. Do you feel like the picks are representative? There seem to be two emerging wings of the Trump administration. One, the more establishment wing, potentially helmed by Jared Kushner. One, the sort of more radical wing helmed by Steve Bannon. Do you think these first round of picks are representative of either man having more of a say?
I don't think so. I think the only wing right now that matters is the whim of Donald Trump. I don't see this as a wing administration so much as it's almost kind of ragtag around, whatever it is that Donald Trump decides his impulse is going to lead him that day. So, look, the Kremlinology of this White House 2 months before the administration even begins is already fascinating. Who knows how this is all going to work?
What do you think? What do you think the reaction in the Senate is going to be to these appointments?
Well, that's the key question because they're the ones that have oversight. I imagine the Democrats are going to be largely sticking together, probably against a lot of these people, except for maybe people like Joe Manchin of West Virginia, Heidi Heitkamp, North Dakota, people who have been a little bit more centrist. I think the question is, are there going to be any rogue Republicans who might actually break off into their own maybe gang or group or whatever they're going to call themselves and actually try to assert some power on their own?
Do you think there's any chance that the Senate does away with the filibuster so as to clear the road for Donald Trump's appointments?
Absolutely. I think that there's a lot of recent precedent for whoever the party in charge is just doing sort of whatever it is that benefits their own short-term interests. So I just think certainly the way Republicans have, they have advantages across the board. This might be a time for them to do that.
It would be a radical departure of Senate protocol.
Well, it would, but it also,
Well, put in place by Harry Reid.
Put in place by Harry Reid, granted. But also, look, this is a time of radical departures. I don't think the Republican Senate is probably as nervous about, well, they're not more as, it's a different kind of nervous about the president-elect, the incoming administration, as the Democrats are. So we're going to see how they're going to react. Again, there's a whole bunch of rogue Republican senators potentially that showed where they are during the campaign. The question is, are they actually going to come around at some point?
What do you make of Mitt Romney's visit to the Big Apple?
I think we're all sort of a little stunned by it. I still think it's a little bit of a long shot that he will actually take a job. I think at the very least it's sort of a win-win. He's reaching out to his former adversaries. Mitt Romney doesn't have anything to lose. He's talking to the president-elect. I still would be very surprised if it led to a job, but we'll know. Who knows?
He did take a cab from the airport.
He did. He was in line, too.
In line for a cab. Came up on social media. Very interesting. All
Mitt Romney known to be a Hamilton fan as well. Just saying. Just saying. Putting it out there. Mark Leibovich, great to see you. Thanks for your time.
It's great to be here. Welcome.
Thank you.